rich people believe, I create my life. Poor people believe, life happens to me. This is a different mindset, very, very, very different between rich people and poor people. If you want to create wealth, if you want to create wealth, it's essential that you will totally believe that you can create your life, that you are in charge of your financial situation. If you believe that anybody else or everything else is in charge of your financial situation, you're playing the role of the victim. You're playing the role of the victim. If you don't believe that, then you'll have very little control over your financial situation. Did you ever notice that it's usually the poor people that will spend half their salary on lottery tickets? And some people are, yeah, it's fine. Those poor people that are, believing that, that are playing with the lottery with half their salary, they actually believe that their way to become wealthy is by somebody picking their name out of a hat. That's their plan. I mean, I won't forget it. I was coming from Curacao after a vacation there, and we were sitting waiting to board, and there was this woman sitting kind of next to me, and she was with a friend, and she was going through a magazine, and there was all those villas for sale, and she saw this amazing villa kind of on the cliff watching the sea, and she was telling her friend, she says, you see this? When I win the lottery, that's what I'm going to buy. This is her business plan. You understand? When I win the lottery, that's what I'm going to buy. That's her business plan. Now, don't misunderstand me, okay? Rich people also like to play the lottery sometimes. But they do that for fun. They do it for fun. And first, they don't spend half the salary on that. And the second, they don't see it as their business plan for financial growth. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference? It's not about the lottery. It's about where you're coming from. Is the lottery going to make your dreams come true, to make the villa or whatever it is? It doesn't make any sense, but many people are doing it. Instead of taking responsibility for this financial situation, we say, hey, I'll buy a ticket. And by the way, a lot of those people that says, when I win the lottery, I will buy this, they never buy a lottery ticket. This is pretty amazing. You'll find a lot of people that are doing it. You'll find a lot of people saying, when I will win the lottery, I will do this and this, but they never buy a ticket, which makes it really difficult to win the lottery. I mean, you need to be really powerful for that. Now, instead of taking responsibility, those people, instead of taking responsibility for their financial situation, what do? They play the role of the victim. Now, we all play the role of the victim at one time in our life, usually more than one time a day, but more than once. We all know that. So let's share it with me for a moment. Entertain me. What are the favorite games that victims play? What do we do when we are in a victim? Yeah, blaming. First one is blaming. Absolutely. First one is blaming. Let's find out how many people or situation we can find so we can blame on them why I'm not so successful. Right? So give me some examples. Who do you blame for your financial situation right now? The government. Absolutely. The government. Who else? The financial crisis. This is so great now. We have something that everybody says, that financial crisis. What else? What? Your ex, absolutely. Your ex. Your current wife. Yes, what else? The taxes, absolutely. What else? Who else? What? Your parent. Listen, whenever you feel like being a victim and you don't find who to blame, always fall back to mom. I mean, there must be something. She didn't give you the right education. They bought you Donald Duck. My parents are always good, always. You can fall into that. By the way, competitors. Okay, competitors. Also, absolutely competitors. The market. Nobody's blaming their kids. I mean, when my daughter, here we have a few. When my daughter was born, I was amazed how expensive she was. This little thing, how much money it cost. And I wasn't wealthy at that time. It was like, maybe we should return to the shop for a while. Anybody wants to hire? I mean, it was expensive. So we have loads of things to blame for that. Now, with all this economy and crisis, just to, you know, a lot of people are saying a lot of businesses are being closed because of the economic situation. So at one point, I went to the dam and went in the streets from the dam, and I was trying to look for this, you know, monster called the economy that is eating businesses. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. However, I did find a few businesses that during this economic crisis are doing pretty well. What are the games that victims play? Yeah, so we have the finding excuses, what I call justifying, absolutely justifying. And here I'm going to nail a few of you, and I want you to be very, very honest with yourself, because if you will get that, it will change your life. If you will get this following part, it will change your life. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you ever said aloud or thought, even if you never said it aloud, you said, well, you know, money is not that important? Okay, most of the hands are up. Okay, I did that too. Okay, now, if money is not that important for you, let's take a look at that for a second. If you would say my wife is not that important for me, or my husband is not that important for me, how long are they going to stay? Not for long. So why do you want money to stay if you say that it's not that important? It won't. I mean, tell me something. If a Harley Davidson motorcycle is not that important for you, would you have it? No. If a talking parrot is not so important for you, would you have a talking parrot? Yes or no? So if money is not that important for you, would you have money? No. Now, let me tell you a little party trick. Okay, this is something I really like. Sometimes you go and you have a chat with somebody, maybe a party or a cocktail party, whatever it is, and somebody tells you, you talk about business and money or whatever it is, and somebody comes to you and says, you know, Nisande, yeah, but actually, to be honest, money is not that important for me. So let's say that Bridget would say that to me. I would do this. I would go like, wait a minute. I get him a vibe. Zzz. Bridget, I think. No, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm getting it. You're broke, right? And they always go, how did you know? You want to try it? Just go on the next party or the next time that person tells you, you know, money is not that important for me. Just go with the whole ritual and tell them, you're broke, right? And they will be amazed how you managed to know that. They're always broke. I was broke. Whenever I said that, all the time, all those years that I used to say money is not that important for me, I was broke. At one point I realized money is important. And by the way, I didn't say that it's the most important, right? I just said that it's important. Okay, it's important. When it's important, you will have it. When it's not important, you won't. You make a choice. Does that make sense? So I'm sure that I nailed like 80% of you. Let's nail the other ones, okay? How many of you ever said aloud or thought, and again, be honest with yourself, well, you know, but love is more important than money. Or happiness is more important than money. You know what I mean? Or friendship is more important than money. You know those sentences, right? It's like saying that your right arm is more important than your left leg. They have different purposes. They have different purposes. What do you use love for? What do you use love for? For relationships, right? In order to create relationships. What do you use money for? In order to go to Albert Heijn and buy some stuff, right? Now, if love is more important than money, then this is what you're going to do from tomorrow. You're going to Albert Heijn, you fill up the cart with everything you want, you get to the casa, you let them type everything, and they're going to tell you it's 172 euros, and you're going to say, I have something better. I'll give you a hug. I want some change. Because it's more important than money, right? If you will do that, where will you find yourself after 15 minutes? In a hug. You're going to hug yourself, you know, but for a long time. Isn't it? You use them for different things. Use love for relationships. Use money to buy things. It's not one is more important than the other. But we use those sentences in order to have an excuse why my financial situation is not so great.